Alright, so I am back, and today we are going to take a look at the Toyworld DO2 Muddy. And as you can see, there is the box. And I don't know who Toyworld is trying to fool with the boxes. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate a good box when we get a good box. And this is definitely a good box. It's got the fold out and the whole Toyworld foam insert, and it's really super nice. But I wouldn't put Toyworld into the category that needs this kind of upscale box just yet. They are getting there. But I mean, I would have imagined, you know, maybe the Feral Rex guys had coming in boxes like this, so you know. But anyway, so it is a nice box. It's just kind of a little overkill, I think, and it's a little too big for the figure. Just real quick, here is the figure. So he would take up maybe half this box. So I think they did a little overkill on that, but that's okay. And their Hegemon didn't even come like that. Picture of the Dino on the back of the robot, Dino, robot, nice image of the robot, same as the front stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's a nice heavy-duty box with the foam insert. It is nice, don't get me wrong. I just think it's a little overkill. And it's a nice figure. I really liked it. Toyworld has been just killing it with these Dinobots, in my opinion. Just killing it. You know, the reason why I traded away my the Snarl one was because I was going more Masterpiece at the time, but now I got him back, and I got Sludge here. And he looks good. Again, he does suffer from dinky sword. I do not like that. And it's because it folds up, it feels flimsy. I don't like it. And it's all clear plastic on a hinge. At least the hinge isn't super tight. But it is what it is. It's tiny, and you know, I even prefer giving them that over that. That looks much better. But anyway, there you go. That's your little dinky sword. And he does come with nice gun, black plastic here, clear red plastic here. Looks good. Looks like there's a little bit of an air bubble in mine. So that would be my question of the day. Does yours have an air bubble in there? I'm having flashbacks of Jurassic Park all of a sudden. I hope that's not like a mosquito that I have to drill out and take Dino DNA out of. Anyway, posability head is it's on a ball joint, yeah. So it goes side to side, a little up and down. Because it's on a plate here that doesn't lock in very well, it does get a little bit more down than it does up. It does go all the way around, and that's nice. Arm, soft ratchet up and down. It goes in and out a little bit, not too far. Bicep swivel, nice ratchet at the knee. Hand, nothing at the hand. Fingers do open and close, but hand doesn't rotate. Waist swivels. Hips go up and down. Ratchet in and out. Nice solid ratchet there. Thigh swivel. Ratchet at the knee. And then the foot has a little bit of a tilt there. So he does get a good wide stance. It does work. It's not one of those tilts that's just kind of there for show, but it does work pretty well. So yeah, he looks good. I like him. He looks like a G1 Dinobot. No questions about it. He does look very G1. He's got the nice chrome wings like Sludge had. Dino legs on the inside this time. And then the head just kind of folds onto the back. Like I said in the Planet X review, I think the Planet X does a better job of concealing the head and doing something with it rather than it just folding on the back. This one's not as bad as Thunderous. Thunderous is by far the worst because it comes down to about right here. And it doesn't bend, it just kind of hangs off. Not that I'm trying to insult Thunderous here, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, he looks really nice. I really like him. So to transform him, what you want to do is you pull this panel here down. The head folds in. That will fold up like so. This will fold down like so. Take the arms here and we'll just kind of get them out of the way. What you want to do is fold this up. This will come in. And you fold that back down. And we'll get into this pain in the ass later. Now, this is where things get a little tricky because it's a little tight, but you fold this tail out like so. This will come out. And then you want to take this piece here. This will fold out and like so. Just a little clearance going on here. Clearance issues. Fold the foot down like this. And then you rotate the knee all the way around and it'll come up like so. Just like that. Do the same thing over here. Fold this out. Fill all this. I already fold the foot up. Rotate it around. Those two will plug together. Just like so. Then what you want to do is take the tail here and you flip this piece out. It rotates around. It's on a ball joint. Same thing over here. Rotate around. This will come up. Come up. Then the tail will plug together. Line up the ports. Like so. And then this will plug in to the back like so. Then this piece will come up and there's a little peg right there. That'll plug into this slot right there. No. What am I doing? Wow. Okay, so this comes to the bottom and plugs in down here. Like so. Same thing over here. Like that. I'm sorry. Wow. I totally botched that. That's my bad. Let's just leave it up and see what that does. Alright, so then you take this piece here. This will rotate around and then it slides down just like so. And oh, I did this wrong. Let's do this here. Rotate the waist around. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. Wow. Alright, so now we slide it down and this will slide over and plug in just like so. Same thing over here. Pull this. Yeah, that's a little bit better now. So this comes around, slides down, and plugs in like so. Then you want to take this section here, and it'll untab right there. And this will come around like that. Tab it in, and it comes up. Like so. Same thing on this side. Alright, so those tab in together. And then this will tab in up here. And there you have him. Rotate the legs up. They're on the double hinges. And there you have him in Dino mode. And he looks nice. His head is small. And head and neck is small in comparison to the body. He is by far the worst one with the head and neck. The Thunderous in Dino mode is the best. He's the worst. I just think it's really, really dinky. You take the sword here, and this will fold up. And you can just take this, and it will just kind of slot in underneath the neck here. And it hides in there pretty well. And it holds in there pretty well. You can wedge it out, but it does sit pretty well. And then you take the gun here, and it's supposed to plug in right here, but due to the leg, the leg kind of gets in the way. So if you take the leg and you rotate it down a little bit more, it does offset the body a little bit by doing that. But then you can plug that in. So there you go. And for posability here, his neck doesn't do anything. His head does rotate side to side. It does swivel up and down. Mouth opens and closes. And it's got gorgeous, gorgeous gold and silver chrome here. Just absolutely phenomenal chrome. They really knocked that portion of this out of the ballpark. Front legs are on hinged swivels, so they kind of come out a little bit, but they go up and down. There's no bicep swivel. There is a little bit of a knee, and then the foot does rotate. It's on a ball joint. Back legs, soft swivels, up, down. They do have a little bit in and out. I wish this would plug in a little bit tighter, but it's not too terrible. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee. Foot is also on the ball joint back here. And then the tail, due to the way it transforms, you can get a little bit of up and down on the tail, but nothing else really. And that's it. So yeah, I think he looks really nice in this mode. I think they really did the chrome very well. I just wish this neck and head was a little bit bigger. So yeah. And then you can take the sword out again. Set that off to the side. Split these panels out. Just kind of unfold everything. This will come up. Rotate up. Then you can start with the tail. Just kind of split everything. Rotate the leg down, like so. Same thing over here. Rotate the waist back around. Again, my apologies for botching that in the transformation there. Fold the toe forward. Now we'll take this and it will plug in right here, and it just kind of fills in that gap that the shoulder joints cause. Rotate the leg around, or the tip of the tail around, and this will fold up. And then you can fold all of this up like this, and this will fold around. And there is a tab right here that will slot in that slot right there. Only thing that concerns me is that you kind of have to fold it in and under, and it doesn't really move that way. But it's not as bad as like the Fans Project cars when you're folding their legs out. It's not nearly as bad as that. But it is a slight concern because these hinges are kind of small, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm just pointing it out. Something that I wouldn't worry about myself, but everyone should know about everything of these figures when they're going into them. For $100+ these things, reviewers really should, point out every single potential flaw in a figure. Don't sugarcoat it. Down. Arms will peg in. There's a peg here that'll plug into that slot right there. So those peg in. Again, I do wish those would tab in a little bit tighter. But any tighter, they might be to the point of, oh man, I don't like doing that. Fold the head up. This will fold back up. And that will lock into place. Open this up. And then now comes the tricky part of trying to get this hand out. There we go. Fold that up. Because there's no, they really need to put a tab right here. That you can just grab and flip out, but instead you're trying to grab onto the hand. If you don't have fingernails, you're not doing it. You're just not going to do it. So take this, wedge that in there, fold that down. There we go. All right. So there we go. Flip the sword out, plug it in, take the gun, plug it in, and voila. Now, for size comparison, here he is with the Seeker mold. And I think this scales pretty well with him. He's definitely bigger, supposed to be bigger than the Seeker. So I think this works pretty well. Rodimus here. About a head shorter, so again I think this works pretty well. He doesn't have the mass that the Planet X does, so he's kind of a little bit more proportionately done well, I think. Here he's with Megatron. Now in this scale, because this isn't Fall Cybertron, you know, classics, you're probably going to want to do. I think this guy might work a little bit better here. Yeah. A little bit taller than Megatron, but not by too much. You know, that way he's not dwarfed. Megatron's not dwarfed by him. But this might work a little bit better for this particular scale. Masterpiece car doesn't work whatsoever. Brainstorm kind of works. Kind of pushing it there. And yeah, there you go. Here he is with his other Toyworld counterpart. I can't even remember his name. But there he is. There they are together. I think they look great together. This set is shaping up really nicely. The Grimlock looks amazing. I think they're calling him Corlock. And yeah, I really do like where these guys are going. I'm very excited to see the end product, so I can have these dinos, or all the Dinobots from that set in robot mode together. Because I think that's where this set shines the most. I like their Dino modes, but I think their robot modes are definitely the best feature that they have. Absolutely, 100%. This is what we're going to be. Well, you know, I don't even know how to articulate what I'm trying to say, but this is the closest we're going to get to like Classics MP when it comes to robot mode. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from Thunderous here. He's the closest that we'll get to MP for Dino mode by far. And then, just because I think they do look pretty good together, here they are with the MP Grimlock, who's a little too big for this. But it's kind of close enough for me for now as a stand-in. And I wouldn't. This is where I would not put any of the Fans Project or Planet X guys in, because these guys just would not fit with it. So, all that being said, I think he's. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. A few problems with it, like the hands flipping out. Could have been done better. But that's really overshadowed by the awesomeness of the robot mode. The only thing that it really detracts a point is the size of the neck and head of Dino mode. I think that makes him suffer. So there you go. Muddy. Oh, and the sword. That's ugh.